Hey guys, so today I'm with Jonathan, and Jonathan is executing on the strategy on how to partner up with other local businesses. So it means it could be chiropractors, it could be massage centers, spas, physical therapists. So with the Maxout software, there is one feature that is called the lead finder. And so with the lead finder, you can just type, let's say, physical therapist, then your city, a radius around the city, and then you can find a bunch of physical therapists. And then you have their email address, you have their phone numbers. You can then save those contacts inside the software, and then you can create a workflow with that. And with that workflow, then you can send emails, you can send WhatsApp messages, you can send text messages, you can even call. And so Jonathan just did it. And so, Jonathan, what happened? Tell us a bit more about what happened.
So I reached out to just chiropractors at first and then physical therapists.
How many?
Chiropractors, for some reason, the app wasn't collecting all of them. So I only reached out to 5 chiropractors.
Okay.
And out of the 5, I got one.
Okay. That's great.
Physical therapists, I can't remember the exact number, but we have a lot of them here. So it was in the 150-ish range, but I can't remember that exact number. And so I got one of them too.
Awesome.
1 for 5 for chiropractors and 1 for 150 for physical therapists.
And so what was the message about? What did you say? I helped you write that email, right? But basically,
yes, yeah, we worked on that email with ChatGPT. You know what? I should pull it up to know. I can't exactly remember what it says, but basically, I'm looking to partner. Here's what we do. We want to transform lives, blah, blah, blah. I think we can work together. Our clients would benefit from having your services from a holistic health standpoint, and potentially maybe your clients could benefit from what we offer, the resistance strength training side. So that was the gist. It was much more eloquent than that though.
right.
And we put in there that we'll incentivize them with $100 per client that they would send us.
Yeah. And then also we said, I believe, hey, let's meet for coffee or let's meet for lunch or something like that, right?
Yes. Yeah, let's meet for coffee and lunch. And interestingly, both of the ones that reached out wanted to meet me at my facility. So they actually came to me, which made it that much easier for me. And from that, both of them were much more interested in getting access to my client base and my membership than they were about receiving money for referrals back to me.
Right.
And so what I found is I just got really intentional. So the physical therapist is a pelvic health specialist, mainly with women's health, but she's expanded to men's health as well, and specifically pelvic issues. So I just brainstormed. I have 3 pregnant women currently, and I have a couple that just had children. So often there's pelvic issues around pregnancy and birth. So I talked to them very specifically and said, hey, would you go check this place out for me? I'm looking to develop a partnership. So the physical therapist got 3 of my women went there right away. So she got 3 referrals. I believe she offered them a discount because they were the first, but don't quote me on that. I didn't promise that. And I think, again, I haven't really followed up with her to see if this is why, but because she got 3 people from me so quickly, that really inspired her to, as she thinks of people that specifically need strengthening after she helps them release the pelvis and get it set right. So now they need to learn how to move appropriately and build the muscles. So that's the referrals I'm getting from her. And so after that, it's just, I've actually been shocked by how many people I've gotten.
So tell us, do you have a number to share?
You know what? I'd have to look it up. At least 15
clients or 15 new referrals?
15 referrals. We're doing specific programs for them just from an ease. So she sends me an email right now and says, I just had one last Thursday, 14-year-old basketball player that has been having some just looseness in her pelvis and pain because of it. So she sent me very specifically, she wants her to strengthen squat mechanics, hip hinge mechanics, glute, hip flexor stuff.
Yeah.
And so when I sit down with her and her mom in that case, I already had a program based on what the physical therapy was saying to say,
Mm-hmm.
you need to do a minimum of 6 sessions where we're going to work on this. So I sold her a very specific program based on what the physical therapist says. And I don't even, what's great is it's not, they're already bought in because they trust the physical therapist and she's sending
Right.
them to us for specific. So they're much more asking, how long do I need to come here? And what are the results I should expect? Not how much is this going to cost? How much? So I'm answering questions about that. So I've just been prepared with, here's what the physical therapist says. Here's the program that I've built for you. And then we'll reevaluate at the end. So I've had 2 that did 4 sessions. We saw a lot of progress. They got their mechanics down. We did our follow-up consult at the end, and now they're members. They don't want to stop. They want to keep going.
Yeah. And out of those 15 referrals, how many clients did you get?
10.
Phew, that's a good conversion rate.
Yeah. And the other 5
Uh,
are still on the fence. And the good news for me is I just email the physical therapist back because they're still doing sessions and say, met with them. They didn't go with the program yet. So on her end, she's still talking to them and saying, hey,
mhm.
you should really go and do this strengthening. What I'm doing is only getting you so far. You need this extra bit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, basically you converted 67% of your referrals. So it's great conversion rate here. And how much time did it take you to get those 10 clients? 1
Oh, it's
month?
just been this month. Yeah.
This month. So
We really
January.
just
Yeah.
finalized it right before Christmas. And so then with the holidays, their business was shut down and stuff. So it's just been January.
Great. So here that's 10 clients basically with no ad spend. So
Yeah.
we're going to advertise also for you. We're going to launch your ads soon. But if you can just get 10 clients like that without spending a dime on advertising, that's great because now you can grow your gym while spending less on ads. And I would highly recommend that you execute on that strategy.
Yeah. Since I've seen clients and they've gone back to their physical therapy session and they feel better, that has motivated her. So we're just in communication via email back and forth about these clients. And she's like, thank you so much. This person who wasn't holding position is now holding position, evaluating them differently than me. So it's neat because I get that feedback. So now she knows that we know what we're doing.
So those clients, they are not necessarily weight loss clients, right?
Yeah. 2 weeks
Go ahead.
ago, she has some other issues, but they're actually much more concerned with her blood sugar levels.
Ah,
So the physical therapist referred her, but it was more because of her physicians talking to her about those issues. She brought it up with the physical therapist, so they came to me. And she's done 4 sessions, and we've already reduced her medication she's taking for her blood sugar in 4 sessions.
in 4 sessions.
So she's
Are you doing the nutrition coaching, habit coaching, mindset coaching as well, or just the
Nope.
workouts?
Because she just got those results, I just sold her on the
What challenge?
mindset coaching, habit
Yeah.
coaching.
On the challenge or long-term membership, premium
Long-term
membership?
membership.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
But because she got those results, she was like, hey, I want more. And I was like, we have that.
Perfect. Great. And then did you communicate to the chiropractor and the physical therapist that you also do nutrition coaching and all those other things? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so basically there is a better chance to get them as personal training clients first. That was your experience, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then you can continue, and then you help them with, like you said, if they have diabetes or if they want weight loss, and then they can continue with you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I still do an initial consult, just like you train.
Great.
It's slightly different again, because I have so much direct information from the physical therapist.
Uh-huh.
So I started a little different, but I still try and get deep with them because that helped. And then I do a follow-up after. So whatever session package we decide on is best for them. At the end of that, I do an additional one to follow up. And so I've only had 2
Perfect.
people that have gotten to that point so far, but because they wanted to get in and get it
Yeah.
done quick.
And so you sent those 3 clients to the physical therapist, right?
Yes.
And to the chiro, did you send people
Yep.
also
Yeah.
at
So
the
the
beginning?
chiro, she is a smaller operation, so I've only gotten
Okay,
1 referral back. I've sent 2 people to her very specifically though.
got
But
it. So you sent 2, you got 1 back with the chiro, and then you sent 3, and you got like your 13, 14 back from the PT, yeah?
yeah,
Something like
yeah, the PT is a bigger operation. So
got it. Yeah, and it doesn't take
and
that much time in terms of lead nurturing, in terms of following up, in terms of the client acquisition, the marketing system itself. It doesn't take that much time when it's like that.
yeah, no, not at all. And then when we met, their philosophy and ideals lined up with mine. That just made sense for us to work together. So that was important in our initial talking, me just being really honest about what we do and why we do it.
Huh?
And then that resonated with them and what their business values are.
Got it. And so for other gym owners watching this video now, would you mind sharing a bit more about those values and this philosophy that there is a high chance that chiropractors and physical therapists would appreciate as well?
That's a lot of what this program goes through. It's client centered, results driven. We're going to do what's best for the individual client, not just some cookie cutter plan. And so that really, really resonated. I had prep with some template kind of therapy programs. How do you build strength in lower extremities? So I had a little pattern so I could show her. It's really important that the person learns how to squat and hip hinge appropriately. And then this is how I do that to teach them.
Mhm.
Not just putting load on the body. We're not going too hard, too fast. So that client is very comfortable
Got it.
building up. And then I brought up the fact that we do have this health transformation side of things where we want to address the whole person and everything else that comes in with their health. And that piece, I think, really connected with them. Of course, you walk into our gym and we could be viewed as just a bunch of meatheads to do CrossFit and what to lift a bunch of weights. So talking to them about that, if you want to get there, great, we can help you. But that's not where we start. We have to start with this foundation and build you to that.
To be 100% fair and honest with gym owners watching the video, you don't go to them as Big Barn CrossFit, do you?
I actually did.
Oh, you did? Not as the
Yeah.
institute?
Not as the institute.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you do that then?
I'm specifically trying to grow Big Barn CrossFit.
Got it.
Yeah. And our other side, so to be fair and honest, that other side does work really well for medical staff. So we have other relationships already developed. That's our other side of things, our rehab. So we work with New Mexico Pain Clinic. So that side's pretty tapped. It's pretty busy.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I specifically went as Big Barn CrossFit. But yes, the other side, when they hear the Institute of Community Wellness, that's a much softer, I'd rather be involved with them than Big Barn CrossFit for sure.
Got it. So actually, those physical therapists and chiropractors, they were not afraid of the CrossFit world
Not at
here
all.
in the name of your gym. They wanted to meet with you and they were interested.
And so I've also heard from other physical therapists, and it's clear that at least in our market, they want to tap into the CrossFit community.
Yeah.
They think we're a bunch of people that push too hard and hurt ourselves all the time,
Right.
which is only semi-true. So I did get reached out from a lot of people, but just in speaking with them on the phone, I didn't get the impression that they were looking for a mutual benefit partnership. They were looking for complete access to my clients, but they weren't bought into what we're doing and sending people over. I didn't move forward with them.
Ah, okay, understood. Great, man. Yeah, because the thing is that when you send them your clients, then if they do physical therapy, it's not cheap, right? Maybe it was worth 1K, 2K, 3K per client, no? Something like that.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's both of
Yeah.
these do not accept insurance, so I don't know if that plays into it.
Yeah, so if they don't accept insurance, therefore they can charge whatever they want. And so
Yeah.
therefore they charge usually more, right?
Especially the physical therapist. She's such a specialist that I know her intake, her initial assessment's like $200. And then it
Yeah.
depends on what program she suggests is what that price is going to be. But just that first hour is $200.
And so let's say they work with that physical therapist for 2 months and they just go for one per week. Let's say 8 sessions and it's $200 per session. That's right there, 1.6K. So if you send 3 clients like that, then they are super grateful, they are super excited. And then, of course, they're going to send you some clients too.
And
All right.
I've converted all of them into members.
Right. Yeah.
So the physical therapist, she has 2 main ones on staff and then some support staff. The 2 main ones are members. The chiropractor and her husband are members. So that was part of it too. I was like, come in, the more you're here, the more you can interact with my community. You can just pick up clients too.
What would be your best recommendations for gym owners watching this video now? From start to finish, from like the email you sent on also how to use the lead finder feature inside the software to actually now getting 15 referrals, 10 clients in just 1 month with 0 ad spend. What would be your main tips? And then we'll wrap it up.
I would say first is just use that lead finder thing.
Yeah.
Very easy, very simple to use. Just like Remy said, search, boom, there's all of them, add them, do the workflow. The email, I think, was really important to have that written. I still have that. I guess I could send it to you, Remy, what we sent.
I think I actually put it in the course. Probably like the email will be right below this video or the previous lesson. It should be around this video. Yeah.
If you need it, I can send that to you because that was really important because it was so well written.
Yeah.
And then I think the first thing was once I heard back from them, just like with normal leads, it was responding to them quickly. I got them on the phone first. And so we could speak. And then we set up the meeting. Again, I was still pushing like coffee or lunch, and both of the ones that ended up being a fit wanted to come here to my facility, which was even easier for me. So it was really, again, just like your leads. The minute you hear from them, reach back out so they know you're on top of it and get them in. And then I think for me, it's just like with any of the leads you followed up with, making sure that it's going to be a fit. And I was really open and honest that I think my membership can support you, but I want this to be mutually beneficial. I was just very honest with that. This partnership should benefit us both, not just one side.
Align on those values. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much for sharing your tips. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Good luck, guys.